Hello, my stamping friends. Brenda Hillard here. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I'm going to bring you my monthly It's a Mystery virtual stamping event replay. So let me get rid of my picture here, and I want to pop up my March host code. I'm just going to put that well, maybe I'm not, right down here for now. And every month I have a host code. When you place an order that is under $150, please use my host code. That just helps me be able to share different prizes and host gifts with you every month. So add that. You'll always receive a special thank you card from me every month that you place an order with me. But using the host code with a qualifying order gets you my monthly host gift. So this month, with a $50 product order, you will receive a pack of the basic pearls. They're beautiful with spring coming, Mother's Day, Easter. Pearls are the perfect embellishment. All right, let's get started. So is what I want to share with you too is that every month, it's the second Wednesday of every month, I host a free virtual event via Zoom, and you'll get all the information for my mystery stamping about a week before in my newsletter. So down below in the description, I will have where you can subscribe to my newsletter and where you can go out to my blog to check the alternative projects that I've made using this month's mystery stamping layout. All right. So, and I always record or put up a recording the day after the event so that if you did cut out all of your stuff and for whatever reason, because we all know life happens, and you missed the Zoom event, which was held the previous day, you can come in and catch up with the video. Okay? All right. So here's what I used for this month's card. I have the Daffodil Daydream set. This is really, really pretty. And all I'm going to be using out of this set is just this little butterfly for this card. I'm using the Artfully Layered stamp set. I'm using this sentiment and this sentiment out of the set. I have our beautiful brushed brass butterflies. I have the ink combination. I'm using Daffodil Delight, Calypso Coral, Basic Gray. I have one of our blending brushes, and then I have our stamps that I just showed you from the sets mounted on our acrylic blocks. And if you don't have our acrylic blocks, you'll want them. They're very nice. They're contoured, so you can hold on to them. They're nice and thick, so you can ink them up without getting your fingers all over in the ink. So check those out. They're in our annual catalog. I'm just going to bring in a piece of scratch paper. And the pieces for this month, you would have seen that in my newsletter announcement. You needed to pick your favorite color cardstock. Now, I picked Calypso Coral. I don't know that Calypso Coral is my favorite color, but it is one of my favorites. And I have a piece that measures 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And I have another piece, same color, that measures 3 inches by 3.5 inches. I have 2 pieces of basic white. One measures 4 by 5 1/4, and the other measures 3 by 3 square. And then, of course, just a medium basic white envelope. So the card layout that I have this month for mystery stamping is simple stamping. And you'll see here in a minute just really how quick and easy this is. So what I've done is I die cut. The Daffodil Daydream comes with a beautiful set of dies. And in there's a butterfly die. And using the mini Stamp and Cut and Emboss, which, by the way, is on special until the end of the month, It's normally $60. It's 20% off, on sale for $48. And you guys, you aren't even going to believe this, but there's 13 bundles that have been discounted until the end of March also. So you're going to want to hop out to I'll put the link again down below in the description that you can hop out to my website and check out the pricing and all of the bundles. Okay. All right, here we go. We're going to take our 3x3 piece, and I'm just going to take my sticky little butterflies, and I'm going to put those right in the middle here. And I started out with these little butterflies, but you guys, honestly, you have to check out my blog. I did some using the tropical layers dies with the leaves. They're gorgeous. And I also used the butterfly brilliance, which those turned out really nice too. So what I'm doing is opening up my Daffodil Delight ink. I have my blending brush. I'm just going to pick up some ink. Whenever you blend, you want to start off from your page and then come on. Right? So now I'm just going to take my little sticky butterflies off. And now I have this blended piece that looks like this. All right? And that's it for our Daffodil Delight. So I'm going to close my ink pad. I'm going to bring in the basic gray. And on the front, I'm going to use the sentiment from the Artfully Layered set that says, "Sending all the hugs." Just going to ink that up really well, moving it around on my pad. And then I'm going to stamp it down right in the center, right over what we just did with the butterfly. So it's going to look like this. All right. Then I'm going to bring in the insert for our card. This is that 4 by 5 1/4 basic white piece. And I'm going to stamp our sentiment in basic gray as well. So I'm just going to put that right here. Aren't these fonts the best? I just love when it has the scripted and then the printed. All right. So next, let's bring in our Calypso Coral ink. And now we're going to take our butterfly, ink it up, and stamp it. So that's going to be the insert for our card. I'm going to set that aside too. We'll bring in our envelope because, you know, no naked envelopes here at Create with Brenda. So I'm just going to do a little bit on the corner there, like they're fluttering off. Right? And now let's bring in our card base. I want to fold this on the score line, matching up our edges. And then I'm going to take our bone folder and give that a really good crease. And now we're going to stamp some butterflies. So in the top right corner, I'm going to start with them just kind of fluttering up this way, like that. And then on the bottom left corner, same thing. And this is called tone on tone stamping. I'm taking the Calypso Coral ink and I'm stamping on the Calypso Coral paper. Great. I think we're done stamping. So now we just have to assemble. Let's bring in our piece that we did the blending with the Daffodil Delight, and we're going to tear. So I'm going to tear up, down, up, kind of like a zigzag motion. And I'll show you in just a minute why I do that. Can you see how you can actually see the fibers on the paper when you go up and down versus just tearing it, like if you were just to tear it straight across? So kind of go in that zigzag, up, down, up, down. And I really love the look that tearing the paper gives your card. It's super cool. Let's bring in our 3 by 3.5-inch piece. I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal, add some adhesive to the back, and I'm just going to adhere that right on the center of our piece. Flipping it over, I'm going to do my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm just going to add some dimensionals to the back of my focal piece here. And you can see that I cut around the edge of my dimensionals so that I use all of them. The old waste not want not, right? I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool, and this just helps me get the backs off from my dimensionals. And I'm going to center that right here onto our card. Right? Let's bring in our insert. I'm going to add some seal to the top. And I'm just going to center that on the inside of our card. Now remember, simple stamping, but just wait until you try this. You'll start going through your stamp sets and your dies to see what else you'll have that works in there. And I can't wait. You go out to my blog and just look at some of the alternative samples I did too. So, and you can see too that you could always change up the colors. It wouldn't necessarily have to be tone on tone. Let's get our little butterflies out here. These are the brushed brass butterflies. I think that's really hard to say. And I'm just going to grab a few of these and add them to our card. We'll put a couple down here in the bottom left too, just to so we have like this flurry of butterflies moving across our card. How about that? All right. So there is our mystery stamp layout for March. And like I said, simple stamping, but simple is elegant. And I really love this card. I hope you do too. Remember, I will be back with another mystery stamp in April. It'll be Wednesday, April 13th, second Wednesday of every month at 7 p.m. Central Time. Be sure to subscribe to my newsletter to get all of the details and the Zoom link so that you can join us. It's a very fun group of ladies, and it's always fun to see everybody's cards at the end of a mystery stamp. Until next month, have a great rest of March. Bye for now.